My second game, Hyperslice, released on Friday, January 16, but you can't buy it on Steam. Well, it didn't really release. I planned everything, but unfortunately, it was not approved by Steam on time, and it's still not at the time of recording. I wanted to make this video kind of as a cautionary tale. It happened to me. It would be a shame if it happened to you, so that might be helpful. This also helps me clarify the situation so people and players can understand what's happening. Okay, quick context. I was working on Hyperslice, a fast-paced arena roguelite where your only weapon is your dash, and the development has been kinda hard. I've worked on it on and off for a while now, more on that in the post-mortem video, but I wanted to finally release it as I needed to move on and focus on my third game, Lexispell. Because of that, I decided to crunch a little bit and settled on a release date for January 16th. The crunch part is important, I think, because it partly explains why I didn't submit my build way earlier. If you're not familiar with Steam, you need to submit a build for review before you can release your game, demo, or even playtest. And it doesn't really matter if your game works or not. The important part is that it matches what you described on the page, such as the language, leaderboard, gamepad features, etc. The fact that it doesn't need to be gold is important, and we'll come back to it. So in my case, I don't know why I waited quite a while to send it for review. I think I kind of forgot I could just send it very early, get approved, and continue working on it. As I said, I was crunching and I was focused on making the game. So I sent it for review on January 6th, and I sent another message asking if they had a problem or something with the review on January 13, as I was not getting an answer. Steam tells you reviews usually take 3 to 5 days, and you can count 7 days if you need to do a fix. I got an answer on January 14 at around 5 PM my time. The review stated that there was a problem with gamepad support. The message was quite long and not incredibly clear in my opinion, but I understood that they tried playing with a DualShock controller connected in Bluetooth and that it was not working. So immediately when I saw it, I replied, asking for confirmation that it was just a discrepancy between what was stated on the page and the game, and not an actual in-game bug, like you can't navigate something with the gamepad. I replied in like 20 minutes with my page updated, and I didn't hear back from them until then. I sent follow-ups in the next days as the release was rapidly approaching, but unfortunately I heard nothing. On January 16, the day of release, I stayed on stream for a long time just in case they would answer, but nothing. My goal was to release live on Twitch with my community, but it didn't happen. Thank you guys for your kind words and for waiting with me, by the way. I really appreciate it. At that point, it was the weekend, so I knew it was over until at least Monday or Tuesday. The worst part about it is that in the review message, I understand they're telling me it's not really a blocking issue, but they just want to ensure that customers see the correct gamepad support. But it was blocking, as I didn't have access to the release button. I still don't have confirmation that it was the only problem, but if it was, it means I was not able to release for a really stupid reason, as I fixed it immediately. My goal was not to trick people, it was a simple mistake while filling the page. Say hello to my cat admiring things outside of the window. She's cute. She's just doing that all the time. I mean, the message clearly looks like a copy-pasted message stating what full controller supports mean, but the real problem is just DualShock Bluetooth support. So as you can see, it's pretty stupid what happened here. It's partly my fault, of course, for not submitting way earlier, but also Steam has been pretty unresponsive, especially with an announced release date. I know I'm no one for them, but still, I'm a business client, I'm expecting an answer, especially when it looks like it should be super fast for them to verify and answer me. Based on that, I recommend that you send your build for validation right now. Even if it's really early, as long as you have the things that match your page features, there's no reason to wait. As I'm saying this, I've already sent the builds for my next game, Lexispell, and its demo. Speaking of demo, Next Fest is approaching really fast, so if you're participating, now is probably the best time to make sure your demo page is approved, because yes, this has to be approved too, and your build. So what's next? As I'm making this video, it's still too early for Steam to reply, as they're in the US, that I'm not even sure they'll answer today. My release is probably going to be absolute shit because of that, and I don't know how their algorithm is going to respond. I wasn't expecting Hyperslice to do incredibly well, but now I think it's going to be way worse. I'm going to reach out to support after release, asking if they can do something about it, maybe a visibility boost or something like a daily deal. I don't really expect them to agree, but it's worth trying in my opinion. Honestly, I'm kind of glad this happened with Hyperslice, because as I said, I don't expect it to do super well. It would be horrible if it happened with Lexispell, as I think it's going to do much better. At the end of the day, my goal is to make enough money from my games to continue without having to do courses, freelance, and other things. So I kind of need my games to do relatively well. If you are interested in Hyperslice, the best thing you can do to help me is to check it out on Steam. You can wishlist and play the demo. I'm going to share everywhere when I know the release date. The game is going to be less than $5 with the release discount, and I think it's a fun little game that can be a great pick up and play, especially on the Steam Deck. You can also check out Lexispell if that's more your jam. I'm going to release a demo in the coming weeks, and there's already a second playtest open for registration on Steam, so you can join if you want to give a try early and give me some feedback. It's a roguelike word game with a physics twist, kind of like a Suka game, and people already love it. The players have been loving it in the first playtest, so maybe you will like it too. If you are a content creator or you know one that might be interested, don't hesitate to reach out and send me their name. My contacts are in the description, and I'll gladly send you keys for Hyperslice. I wish you to not have the same release as me. I'm already joking about it, but honestly, it was stressful and really not fun. Not knowing when support is going to answer is awful and kills momentum, so I don't wish that to anyone. To be fully clear, I don't shit on the Steam support. Most of my interactions with them in the past were great. They reviewed my past games and builds, usually pretty fast. It's the first time it went that bad, and unfortunately, it was for the full release. I think that's it. Thank you for watching this. Again, check out Hyperslice and Lexispell on Steam. I'll catch you later in a future video. Bye!